So the New York starting five. Bridges out there with Harden. Then it's OG Anunoby. And then there's Precious Achiuwa. And it's Towns in at the power forward position. And for Philadelphia, Andre Drummond is out there with Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's George in at the two spot. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Gray.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
We know Doris and Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
Well, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has she shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
And there's the call on Precious Achiuwa. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
On defense, New York. Embiid sets the pick for George. Drummond dishes to George. Puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
That was from the parking lot. Paul George very assured from distance.
Here's Bridges. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And once he had to change his shot in the face of the D, you just had a feeling that one wasn't going to fall. Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Hart, wide open. He fires. That one's in, his first shot this game.
How about Karl Anthony Towns bullying his way to that second chance look? Nicely done.
All right, now let's find out what head coach Nick Nurse had to say to David Aldridge. David.
And they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl Anthony Towns. Now, Coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end. We'll try to make Cat into a passer, get the ball out of his hands. We'll see if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Takes the three. Drills the three-pointer.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Drummond with a screen on Towns. Embiid's shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Bangs home the trifecta.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy dangerous as a shooter.
Maxey kicks to Embiid. Pass to Drummond. It's tipped. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And contact on the shot, so and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
At the line for the Knicks, Mikal Bridges. 2 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here is Bridges after the three-pointer from Joel Embiid. Anunoby outside. From down in the low post, it goes.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Here's George.
Oh. You got to be kidding.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Now, here's Anunoby. Achiuwa. The dunk by Achiuwa.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, yes, sir. They ain't making it look easy.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Anunoby finds Bridges. Back to Anunoby. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Here's Bridges. Following the basket by Tyrese Maxey. Anunoby against George. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Pass to Maxey. Bridges with the steal. Takes it inside. And Bridges jams it in.
If you overplay Mikal Bridges to take the jump shot, that's creating driving lanes, and he'll take advantage.
And that one drops for him. Maxey's got 6.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Right away, they showed us they weren't going to shy away from a mid-range game, and it's proven to be an effective tool for them.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Bridges. And it's Achua in at the foul.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Bridges deciding where to go with it.
Well, Andre Drummond bringing the necessary defensive disposition. That's all about length and height.
Doris, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity. He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year. What an answer from OG Anunoby, delivering the three-point shot in response. Wow.
2 points. That one goes.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
On the wing, Anunoby. Defended by George. Anunoby outside. No good from outside. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And stolen by Achua. And Anunoby, here we go.
Oh, give it to him at the rim, OG Anunoby. That's power, athleticism, beautifully done.
George against Anunoby. Outside, George. And Drummond throws it down.
It's just too easy for Andre Drummond. Gets the inside position and leaves no doubt.
There's a screen by Achua. Towns in the corner. And stolen by Drummond. Oubre on the wing. Defended by Bridges. Oubre passes to George. Drummond with a screen on Bridges. George with the ball. He's picked up by Anunoby. Knicks trail by 7. Here's ua. Offline with his 3. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Towns with the steal. And another turnover here by New York. The 76ers leading by 7. And a deep 3 from George. An absolute bomb from three-point range. George has got 7 points here in this quarter. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
A bit of pride at stake. Trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
And don't sleep on Maxey's vertical. He's great at using it to hammer those down.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Hart. Bridges against Maxey. Bridges with the board.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
The Knicks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Here's George, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one goes on Anunoby.
You cannot give Paul George these extra chances. This guy is deadly from the free throw line throughout his career.
The specter of injury seems to always loom over Paul George's career, Doris.
Well, Kevin, I think it's very hard for Paul George fans to take out of their mind completely that gruesome injury he suffered. But we've got to give this young man a ton of credit. He has managed his play and his health to a very high level and still one of the most gifted players this game has seen. Inside, Towns can be so physical, guys, and that makes him tough to cover.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
.34 seconds left now here in the second. ua in the corner. And the 3 off target. And so George will bring it up for the 76ers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. George sets a screen for Maxey. George against Bridges. And another turnover here by Philadelphia. Seven seconds left in the first half of basketball. Unloads from 13.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
And so that brings the first half to a close. 76ers lead by 6. And a chance now to set. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Your attention to center court and get ready for the fans half-court shot run. They're thinking about the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from George.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close. And
part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Walker out there with Lowry. Then there's Edwards. And it's Bona in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Outside, Walker. Three-pointer. Clock at 6. offensive rebound, and it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson.
Philadelphia ball.
Here's Walker. There's the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
This is his first free throw of the game. Good on both. Knicks trail by 6. Payne passes to Brunson. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Takes a 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Wright. Here's Lowry. Robinson pulls it in.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
It's tipped, and they get it back. Brunson outside. Off target from outside. Philadelphia leading by 6. Lowry passes to Walker. Robinson with the block.
Well, this is the special aspect of Mitchell Robinson. That rim protection, that ability to send it back. Look out.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry.
That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Robinson dishes to Wright. Robinson a screen on Edwards. Three-pointer right. Great D that time from Edwards. The 76ers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half.
Wow.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
At the line for your Sixers, Lonnie Walker the fourth. 2 shots.
Closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And that one falls for Walker. And so Walker nails both of them. Knicks trail by 8. Brunson outside. From the stripe. No good that time.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
A floater, just 5 on the clock. Here's Walker. And that one drops. Walker's got 6. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Robinson sets a screen for Brunson. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. The 76ers leading by 10. From deep, Walker. It's good from long range. Walker's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Brunson against Lowry. Brunson surveying the D. Down low, here's Robinson. It's blocked. Outside, Walker. Buries it down low. He's got 11.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
1:14 left to play in the third. And the shot goes down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by the Sixers.
And he gets the bucket. And the 76ers lead by 16.
You know this, a guy at Lowry's size has simply got to be able to make the floater. That's a big-time delivery.
And here's Brunson outside. Brunson with another miss. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Pass to Yabusele. To the left side wing. Lowry drives in. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Lowry's got 4 points this quarter.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls.
Well, because Jalen Brunson's such a terrific decision maker, you can tell how confident and comfortable this team is when he runs the offense.
Now, here's Walker. Payne covering. To the paint. From deep. The shot comes out. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. They've got Precious Achiuwa. Mikal Bridges out there with Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 slot. Took him no time at all on that one.
What a wingspan on this young man. Able to get up and over defenders. Nice opportunity on the jump shot.
Here's Maxey. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Towns, a screen on George. On the wing, Bridges. Anunoby against George. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. They led by as many as 18 points. Driving in and slam dunk by Maxey.
Nice read by Maxey. Sees it, hits it, done.
Knicks trail by 17. Bridges outside. Pass to Anunoby. From outside the arc. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. And George kicks to Maxey. Back to George. Stolen by Anunoby. Bridges with it. Now defended by Oubre. The 76ers leading by 17. And here's Embiid. Outside, Maxey. The shot. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And the 76ers lead by 19. Bridges against Oubre. Bridges attacking. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, the length and skill set is a tremendous combination for Mikal Bridges. Starting to cook a little bit.
George, that's a 2-pointer. They get the rebound. Shot clock at 6. Goes back up. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Are you kidding me? Just look at what Paul George is doing to the defense over and over. My goodness.
Bridges kicks to Towns. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
George with the bucket.
Nice on-time pass to Paul George. He's shot ready, Nicely done.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Philadelphia leading by 22. Here's the three. And no, that doesn't go. He's made 8, but that's his third miss. And the dunk by Towns.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Philadelphia.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for George.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
The three. Here's Towns. Basket good.
Karl Anthony Towns.
And so here is Philadelphia. Bridges with the steal. Outside, Towns. Over Maxey. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. .35 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Oubre against Bridges. Here's Hart. That shot is off. Now the 76ers with it. Maxey with it. Outside, George. Stolen away. Here's Hart. New York missing again. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They won this game. All right, DA, thanks again. And that about wraps it up. For Dorisburg, David Aldridge.
Afternoon.
With two and the Cleveland starting five. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell out there with Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. And for the 76ers, Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Maxey, then there's Kelly Oubre, and it's George in at the shooting guard position. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out. That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Here's Mitchell. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Athleticism on display from Mitchell, allowing him to figure out that inside coverage.
Now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse.
We discussed how he wants his team to approach their matchup with Evan Mobley, and coach said we need to make him a jump shooter. Mobley is most effective around the rim. He's still developing his jump shot, and we need to take advantage of that. There should be a lot of resistance in the paint from his defense, BA.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
Yeah, good luck stopping that. When PG is hitting the pull-up with his size and hops, you just got to tip your hat.
Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court. Unbelievable. The agility at his size, throwing it down, big fella.
George, good.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Mitchell. Launches it. Gets the 3 ball to go. Mitchell's got 5 now.
Wanting the ball there. Mitchell getting those 3 points back.
And the jam by George.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? George for 3, and Philadelphia hits again from deep.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Allen on the wing. Back to Mitchell. From downtown. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
Credit to him for trying to get that 3 right back. Missed it. Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
And it all comes together because George is a team player. He works so hard to support the play on the floor and be where he's needed to be for his team.
Now here's Mitchell. He's got 5.
Throws it down
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Offensive board. Kicks it to George. Up top, Oubre. Another shot. Mobley grabs the board.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Hunter up top. Pass to Mitchell. From deep. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in the game. George drives in. Embiid's got space. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Look, and he knows he has the green light. Embiid's kind of attitude in these moments just makes him even more lethal.
Now here's Mitchell. The 3 from Okoro. Sinks it from distance.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
George with it. Screen by Embiid. George passes to Maxey. Fires from deep. George, and that's good. George has got 18.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
There's a move for you.
Wow, just showed great creativity on his way to the bucket. Knocks it loose. And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball.
Still Sixers ball.
George outside. Puts up a deep 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire. Oh, wow. Welcome to dance class hosted by Donovan Mitchell.
Here's Maxey. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score. So.
And the call will be against Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
11 seconds left to play in the first. Allen finds Mitchell.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws of this game. First one falls for him.
Shooting for Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. That'll count. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers earning this break in the action, up 10. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. More 2K action in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from the Sixers, what do you guys think?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
They've got Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Paul George, and it's Oubre in at small forward. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Mitchell, and Mitchell with the slam.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Part of that is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason and things become much more challenging. That's why he needs a better supporting cast.
Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players, Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift. Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. Knocks down the long J. Mitchell's got 8 points here in the quarter.
When you shoot hundreds of these shots in gyms by yourself, it will make you automatic, just like Mitchell.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Outside Mitchell. Allen with a screen on George. Mitchell, the pass to Allen. He can't get that one to fall. And George with some nice D. This one for three. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Here's Mitchell. And it's Mitchell scoring off the run out.
In the open floor, very few people can stay with Mitchell.
Fires away from way outside. Mobley grabs the board.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not good.
Here's George. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got 4 rebounds in the game. With an MVP trophy under his belt, Joel Embiid has only become more dominant, RJ.
I think that 2023 MVP increased his confidence. It allowed him to feel like he really was the best player in the world. And I think it motivated him to keep pushing himself. And the results speak for themselves. Because the stats, they back that up.
Back to Embiid. Who poked away. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. And here's Hunter from the arc. Joel Embiid with the board.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Back to George. Lets it go from deep. Philadelphia with another miss.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Here's Maxey driving in. The rebound by Allen.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Yes, sir! Mitchell from long range.
And you got to be right up on Mitchell, or else he will punish you right off the catch.
For three, George. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. And the Cavs with possession. They're on a 17-4 run. Here's Mitchell. 23 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Mitchell to the rack. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You could tell with that smile on his face. Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
Pass to George. Now Embiid. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
From deep, Mobley. It's rebounded by George. And here's Oubre from the arc. Just a big-time effort for Donovan Mitchell, providing a lot of energy for Cleveland. 25 points and counting for him. They have relied heavily on his offense. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Paul George has been sensational.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
And let's see if the D adjusts. Make life a little more difficult on him.
So for Cleveland right now, Max Strus is out there with Dean Wade. Then it's Javonte Green. Then it's Darius Garland. And it's Thompson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Garland scanning the floor. Strus with a screen on Lowry. Here's Garland. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Lowry outside. And it's Javonte Green with a foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
So it's Philadelphia now. It's a 3-point game. They set the pick. Here's Edwards. Uses the glass on the layup.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
And stolen by Edwards. Second half getting started. About a minute played. And Edwards slams it in.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
An important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Walker's shot is off. And it's Green with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They lead by 1. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. For 3, Lowry. They get the rebound. Pass to Edwards. Goes back up. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. Philadelphia shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Cleveland has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the 3-point line in this game. Garland against Lowry. Outside Garland. And the layup is good. Garland's got his first points of the game.
Oh, going inside and fighting for the bucket. That's what you want. You want a person that's going to fight for those inches.
And in Garland, we're looking at one of the best passers in the league, Richard.
I don't think he gets enough credit for it. He's got such a great feel for the game, the way he wiggles in and out of the lane. It is so impressive. He is such a great, confident floor leader.
Lowry against Garland. And Lowry with the defensive effort. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Philadelphia shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. The 76ers have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the 3rd. Walker finds Edwards. The kick out to Walker. He buries it from 3.
Drew the defense and made the proper read, hitting his teammates on the perimeter.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you.
And I love watching Garland mature into a leader. And you know what? He is not done yet.
Gabaselli. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. 1:41 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Thompson. And that one's good. Nice pass to set him up.
Knew exactly where his teammate would be. That's a product of good chemistry.
Here's Lowry. And he gets the bucket. Lowry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Playing way bigger than his 6-foot height. Lowry scores it inside. He just plays with so much heart.
Wait, that's good.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
Count it. Lowry's got 7.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Not enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Garland against Lowry. Thompson outside. Lowry against Garland. Thompson, a screen on Lowry. Clock at 6. Thompson in the post. And it's Bona with a rebound. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here he goes. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. Javonte Green picks one up. Philadelphia shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Here's Garland. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Right wing. Thompson, a screen on Lowry. Garland against Lowry. Garland pass to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in the game. That free throw good from Lowry. That's tipped. He's off on that one. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 6-point lead. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. We've got Kelly Oubre, George out there with Kyle Lowry. Then it's Andre Drummond, and it's Embiid in at the center position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Mitchell misses.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Nails it from 3.
And at the offensive end, George persistent and consistent.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. To the inside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oubre. Tyrese Maxey's checked in for Lowry. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. They trail by 9. 3 on the clock. The 3 from Mitchell. Second shot opportunity. Allen hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Look, the offensive glass is all about effort and energy. And Allen, look, he's got plenty of both.
They get it back. It's good on the putback.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. And Andre Drummond is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
The 3 from Okoro. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. Stolen by Mobley. And now the Cavaliers on the break. Up ahead. Here's Allen. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Fantastic work from Allen, taking the contact on the chin, carrying the shot.
Here's George. Pass to Maxey. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th now. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Mitchell against George. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Allen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Mitchell misses. The Sixers lead by 7. It's George on the wing. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. And the jam by George.
He's not going to take it easy when he gets to the bucket. George will hammer it home.
Mitchell with the ball. Guarded now by George. Pass to Hunter. Allen with a screen on Oubre. Hunter passes to Allen. Back to Hunter. Just 4 to shoot. 16 feet out. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
The defense has been locked in on Mitchell, but he's done a good job making the right play.
George outside. Pass to Embiid. And Embiid fires it home.
Oh, what a dunk by Embiid. He's just doing big man things the way big man should.
Oh, George with a steal. From deep three-point range. Kept alive. Now here's Drummond. Tries again, and he takes it up and lays it in. And now an 11-point Philadelphia lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
Mobley outside. Mobley, a screen on George. The three from Mitchell knocks it down from distance. Mitchell's got 28.
Creating the opportunity, Mitchell makes the right call for this situation.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. George for three. Mobley grabs the board. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Okoro. What a terrific move that is. And it's the Sixers with the ball. They held a 12-point lead earlier. It's George on the drive. Drummond finds Oubre. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct. Paul George.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7.
We talked about the guys who play bigger than their listed size, and Donovan Mitchell is at the top of that list.
A basket here would give them some breathing room.
Slow down, no need to hurry. Take the best shot available.
Here's George. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his second.
That one on Mitchell. He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland. Going inside, and Mitchell with the slam. 8 seconds left in the fourth. And so it's Philadelphia with the W. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, every
Joining us on 2K Sports.
Here we go.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Isaac Okoro out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3. 5 to shoot to the inside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Here's Bridges. Pass to Towns. Stolen by Okoro. And they're running. Here's Mitchell. Here's Allen. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Tries again. The drive by Mobley.
Oh, great pass by Mitchell. He can run your offense, slide over to the 2 as well, giving you some great backcourt versatility.
Bridges with it. Guarded by Hunter. Towns against Mobley. And there's the call on Evan Mobley. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
We're about 1 minute into the first. And there's a whistle. Goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And the Cavaliers with possession. And here is Mitchell. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team, and it's not just because they're winning, it's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Anunoby kicks to Hart. New York moving it around. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Towns with the steal. Hart finds Anunoby. Bridges for 3. Allen with the rebound. And so it's Mobley with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. 4-point game. Connects from 3-point range.
And the defense better start respecting DeAndre Hunter from that kind of range.
Bridges outside. Pass to Anunoby. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Now, here's Mobley. Here's Mitchell. Another shot. Mobley outside. 5 on the clock. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mobley's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And the shot will not go from Anunoby. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Okoro with it. Bridges covering.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Okoro passes to Allen. Knicks with the rebound.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Now, here's Anunoby. Here's Achua. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And that one falls for Achua. 1:36 left to play here in the first. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
And so here is New York following the score by Cleveland. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Hart with a screen on Hunter. And Anunoby, here we go. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
Hunter with a screen on Anunoby. Mitchell kicks to Hunter. Back to Mitchell. 5 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
And this is the threat that Allen gives you on the interior. Gets great position and then just jams it through.
Okoro with it. He's against Bridges. Here's Allen. It's hauled in by Achua. Knicks trail by 5. Down low. It's tipped. Back to Anunoby. The kick out to Towns. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
And they've set the tone from the jump. There.
That was something else.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Mobley, the pass to Allen. Hands it from downtown. Allen's got 5. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender. But the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Allen, a screen on Anunoby. A kick out to Mobley. Misses the 3. New York trailing. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Outside, Towns. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
They're so efficient right now on offense. Bridges picking up his spots and recognizing when to strike.
And Mobley throws it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Mitchell going inside, goes straight through the defender for the down, draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one is on Towns. This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
Bridges kicks to Hart. Puts the move on. And that's 2 points on the layup. Hart's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
Well, the paint is where Hart does a lot of damage. He'll finish in there at close range.
You know, Brent, Josh Hart has been a contributor at the many stops in his NBA career.
Now, sometimes you have to wait to find your home, Kevin. That's been the case for Josh, but he has always contributed to winning. And now he's locked into this role where he is flourishing. This guy has all the tools to go out there and do little things every night to help your team be in a position to win games.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Hunter. A kick out to Mobley. Towns with the defensive effort. The Knicks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Hart, wide open. He fires. And it's good off the back rim and in. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Mitchell against Anunoby. Allen, a screen on Anunoby. Mitchell passes to Allen. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Achua. Inside, the kick out to Anunoby. Here's Hart. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. And the layup's good off the glass. Mitchell's got 11 points.
And bursting through inside, so difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. And the basket is good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
25.
And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. The drive by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
Here's Bridges driving inside. Anunoby outside. Pass to Achua. 6 on the shot clock. Now Anunoby. The shot that time not on target. Hunter with some nice defense. In the corner, Okoro with it. Hart against Mitchell. Allen a screen on Hart. Mitchell, and there's the drive. No good with the layup. Here's Anunoby. The dunk and the foul. Powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Mobley.
And the muscle that Anunoby possesses, fantastic at gutting it out through contact and finishing.
Allen dishes to Hunter. Looking for Allen, he gets it there. And it's Allen with the jam.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. It's time now. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
They've got P.J. Tucker, Payne out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Robinson, and it's Wright in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. The Cavaliers leading. Now, here's Garland. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Looking for Garland. He gets it there. To the paint. Here's Strus. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Just got to be able to read from the point guard position, and Garland did a nice job there.
Brunson surveying the D. A floater. Brunson being aggressive.
Cavaliers lead.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Brett, when you survey Jalen Brunson, going from role player now to all-star, what a rise. What's been the key for him?
I just think it's confidence, Kevin. I mean, simple confidence. I don't think there's one point where Jalen Brunson didn't believe that, not that he was the best player on the court, but that he was going to be the best leader. And that has translated into him producing some massive scoring and assist nights for any team that he's played on. This guy is a winner. You get Brunson that wide open of a floor, he's going to operate there.
Knicks lead 32.
There's Garland, and he lays it straight in. Garland's got his first bucket in this one. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Wade outside. Wade double team. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul. Here's Garland. Thompson outside. Wade from outside. Robinson pulls it in.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much.
What a good burst from Brunson just to get by the initial defense.
And so Garland will bring it up for Cleveland, trailing by 2. And Strus launches it from deep. The long distance 3 is buried.
3-point goal.
Strus has got 5 points in the quarter. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Brunson kicks to Payne. Brunson with it. Garland picks him up. Brent, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think it amazes both of us that Jalen Brunson fell to the second round, the 33rd pick back in 2018. So with that in mind, how has he overcome the doubters?
Well, the first thing he got was opportunity, Kevin, and that's all you can ask for as a young player. What he was able to do in Dallas opened up the eyes of a lot of people to what he was capable of as a point guard in the league. But trust me, Jalen Brunson has never stopped believing in his ability and confidence to dominate a game the way that we've seen him do that in the past couple seasons.
Clock at 2, 3-pointer, Wade. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Robinson a screen on Garland. Brunson the pass to Robinson. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Robinson's got the lead up to 3 now for New York.
Some footwork, some finesse from Mitchell Robinson.
Back to Strus. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Strus has got 7 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Brunson, no good. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Green. 26 seconds left in the third. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Thompson sets the pick for Strus. From outside, off the mark. 1 second left. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
Jalen Brunson is... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Donovan Mitchell is out there with the Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. And it's the Knicks with the ball. 3-point lead. Hart with it. Anunoby has the open look. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Allen, a screen on Anunoby. Mitchell way outside, and he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. Just over a minute played here in the 4th.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Knicks.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Well, we've also seen them being very aggressive down in the paint. All game long, they've been hunting down those inside points.
Hart with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Achua, the pass to Anunoby. 6 to shoot. That's not going to drop for him. 5 of 9 with that miss. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Okoro. Here he goes. Near the 3-point line, it's Mitchell. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And Mitchell's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
And Anunoby slams it in.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Bridges passes to Anunoby. Now, here's Bridges, covered by Okoro. Towns down low. Mobley's there. And Towns the bucket on the assist from Bridges.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting the chance to come up big for his team.
Here's Mobley. He nails it. And we're tied up.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Bridges outside. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him.
No foul. Second team foul.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. The dunk by Achua.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Allen with the screen for Mitchell. To the middle. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Hart. Good, and the assist goes to tie. And it's a 4-point Knicks lead.
Touch and control on the floater. Hart showing another element to his offensive game.
And that one's good, Mitchell.
And I think Mitchell's focus increases when it's clutch time. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
Bridges with it. Now defended by Mitchell.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
The drive by Mitchell. Hunter on the wing. 43 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Shot clock at 5. Back to Mitchell. Stolen by Anunoby. Here's Hart into the lane. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on Jared Allen.
Defensive foul charged to.
Yeah, I know this gets said a lot. Josh Hart plays with heart. It's true, though. This guy's a fantastic competitor. Plays with energy on both ends. And it's infectious for his teammates.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. 16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Gets the three-pointer to fall. So a close game sees New York take this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah.
A great way to... Finish the... Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's George. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Maxey in at the 1. And for the Knicks, OG Anunoby out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Achua in at the 5. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Pass to Drummond. Soft touch off the glass.
A true center, a throwback center. Drummond is not a guy who jacks up threes. Andre wants to eat inside.
Outside Anunoby. Fires for 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's George. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City. Playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Paul George, one of the most versatile and dynamic players in the league. I mean, he does a lot for his team offensively and defensively, which I think frees up the other guys to do their thing.
Now here's George. Pass to Drummond. Drummond to screen on Bridges. Here's Maxey. The Knicks with the rebound.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Anunoby with it. Guarded now by George. And it's powered home by Towns.
And defensively, you've got to be on the lookout for this. I mean, Towns gets up in a hurry now.
Here's George driving to the basket. Pass to Drummond. 4 on the clock. Can't get it to drop. Achua with some nice D. New York has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Towns for 3. Second chance effort. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Nails it from beyond the arc. Anunoby's got 6.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Can they get it? 4. And George lays it in.
And George able to adjust his shot there. A tough one to block when he does that.
The Knicks have gone 5 of 6. They're rolling. Up top, Bridges. Anunoby, a screen on Oubre. Here's Bridges. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Now here's George.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. Embiid. It's rebounded by New York. Clark, one of the league's premier scorers. Embiid does a lot of damage in the mid-range.
I tell you, for a guy as big as he is, I just marvel at his touch, his footwork, and the fact that he scores at all 3 levels. He scores at the rim, mid-range, he's dangerous, and then the three-point shot is one that he can knock down with decent regularity. So, at his size, most would like to see him attack the rim more, but I still marvel at his versatility as a scorer.
76ers trail by 7. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him what he told his team in regards to how to guard Paul George tonight. He told me Paul is a tremendous player. I told our guys that when he's attacking, we need to help one another out. It has to be a team effort defending him. So it sounds like he'll be sending plenty of defenders PG-13's way.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Mikal Bridges.
And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Drummond to screen on Anunoby. For three, George. Pure from three-point range. George has got 9.
Yeah, just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
Bridges against Oubre. Hart passes to Towns. Now here's Hart. He's covered closely. The shot no good. 76ers trail by 6. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Offensive rebound. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Embiid will eat you alive on the offensive board. You've got to box that guy out.
Here's Bridges. Good work there as it goes. 6 points for him.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Hart from long range. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. The scoring is fast and furious as we hit. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for New York.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Achua is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Hart in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Clark, the Sixers have been at least 10 games over 500 for 7 straight seasons now.
Yeah, and that's great to see after, what was it called? The process that took them all the way to the very depths of the league to finally build themselves back into a consistent playoff team. And their fans certainly deserve good times for struggling through all of those bad times several years ago.
Now here's Anunoby. He's got 6. Here's Towns. It's stolen by Oubre. George feels it out a bit. Drummond to screen on Towns. George finds Maxey. Here's Drummond. He shoots again. He gets it in there. Drummond's got 4 points this quarter.
As usual, terrific effort from him. Unwilling to let the possession go to waste.
Bridges passes to Towns. Outside Hart. And there's the drive. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Nice pass by Bridges. Just keeping his options open out there.
Here's George. Out to Oubre. The 3 is up. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Now here's Bridges. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Launches a 3. Joel Embiid with the board. The Sixers trailing. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Let's go with a 3. Showing some range. Embiid, nice. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Greg.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Anunoby for 3. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Drummond's got his 5th rebound in this one. Embiid passes to Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
You know, Drummond always looks like he's trying to tear the basket down when he dunks.
Achua into the lane. Achua with the dunk.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Now here's Oubre. No points so far. Drummond passes to George. And here's Oubre from the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. And the 76ers lead by 4.
George with a fantastic look. Excellent job creating an easy opportunity for his teammate.
Bridges passes to Anunoby. Achua up top. Wide open. Got it. Achua's gotten 4 this quarter. Now Philadelphia with it. They're on a 14-6 run.
27-25.
Anunoby against George. All sorts of time. And here's another one for the Sixers.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Anunoby a screen on Oubre. Beyond the arc. And Anunoby gets the 3. Anunoby's got 9 points.
Yeah, making the smart pass there. I mean, Bridges doesn't just hold the ball.
76ers lead. 29-28.
Now George. 11 points in the game. And George with the jam.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. New York shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
OG Anunoby at the line. 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Anunoby. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far in the second. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And again, it's Paul George. 15 points in the game.
Because of his incredible scoring ability, many consider George to still be a star.
And the basket by Bridges.
76ers lead.
Maxey with it.
32.
Takes a 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game. Through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Paul George has been sensational.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. We've got Walker. He's out there with Kyle Lowry. And it's Bona in at the center position, filling out the middle. Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players, to the coaches, to the front office, and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Walker. Out to Lowry. Tries yet again. And the shot's good. Lowry's got his first bucket in this one.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Robinson, a screen on Lowry. Brunson finds Robinson. The kick out to Brunson. It's Shamet on the wing. Back to Brunson. Soft touch goes from Brunson.
Such a strong floater game. Just another part of Brunson's expanding arsenal.
And out of bounds. The Knicks will take it.
New York ball.
New York has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Pass to Bona. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Assisted by
a great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, He's looking at having a very big second half.
Now here's Brunson. Up and over Lowry. And it's Brunson missing.
Good shot, gone bad. Got to finish there.
Here's Edwards. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Man, what focus. I mean, the hoop and the arm. Incredible.
Yeah, great concentration there. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to fend it.
Now here's Brunson. Five to shoot. The shake. And it's rejected. They get it back. Pass to Shaman. Second chance shot. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on Lonnie Walker.
Just such good vision from Brunson. He's able to spot a guy ready to attack.
New York shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Lowry against Brunson. The kick out to Edwards. The floater, and it's good on the lay-in. Edwards got 5 points in the quarter.
A good display of Lowry's court vision there. Nice feed to the open man.
Robinson, a screen on Lowry. And here's Brunson from the arc. And it's Bono with a rebound. Philadelphia leading by 4. Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Here's Edwards. That's good. And so Lowry with the assist. Edwards has got 7 points.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Stolen by Lowry. And he lays it in on the break. Lowry's gotten his second bucket of the game.
End to end, Kyle Lowry making an impact.
And it's Brunson missing. The 76ers have gotten 7 of 8 shots to fall in the third quarter so far. Knicks trail by 10. They need this. New York again can't hit.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And it's Bona missing. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Right, the pass to Shaman. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
So he gets them both. Knicks trail by 9. Robinson, a screen on Lowry. Brunson passes to Tucker. Back to Brunson. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet.
Exercising his authority.
Out to the right wing. Tucker finds Brunson. Tucker with a screen on Lowry. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Lowry outside. Buries it from 3. Lowry's got 7. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers earning this break in the action up. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Achua, and it's Josh Hart, and it's Bridges in at the point. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now here's George, and that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's foul number 2 for him.
New York foul. OG Anunoby. Second personal foul.
And Philadelphia has possession. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Embiid. Embiid just brushing off the contact inside.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Towns a screen on George. Anunoby for 3. The rebound by Embiid.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
And Drummond with the jam.
How about the superb anticipation from Drummond, sensing the opportunity to go for the alley-oop and then converting in style.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Anunoby for 3. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Oubre. Pass to Embiid. Here's George. Anunoby covering. George outside. 3-pointer. The Knicks pull it in. Achua's got 5 rebounds tonight. Anunoby for 3. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner. Secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And Drummond with the jam.
A smart move, using a little pump fake to get all the time he needed to go hard to the basket.
Yeah, it's just a simple move, but it looks so beautiful when it works. Reminds me of you, Grant.
Oh, I appreciate that, B.A.
You had the feeling, guys, he was just eyeing the rim from the start. I mean, he was committed.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Yeah, picking his spots. Bridges does a great job of letting the game come to him.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Back to Embiid. Oh, Embiid punishing the basket.
I got pity for that rim right there, Joel Embiid. That's a big man banging that thing down.
And it's Towns with the power finish.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Man, you've got to like the way George puts the right touch and arc on his shots from deep. He's an outstanding shooter from range.
Now here's Anunoby. Achua passes to Anunoby. It's stolen by Maxey. George with it. Now guarded by Achua. Off target from 3-point range. Knicks trail by 13.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the 76ers.
The coaching staff has to be happy with the way they've limited their turnovers here.
Yeah, B.A., that's hashtag facts. Just tremendous patience and self-control.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Paul George.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Now here's Hart. Over Maxey. Oh, he touched it while it was over the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. Four seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fires the three. The Knicks with the rebound. Here's Anunoby. Oh, my goodness!
Disrespectful.
76ers lead. 73-60.
George passes to Maxey. George, a deep three. Misses there. So it's the 76ers winning this one easy. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce,
of action. Down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Kelly Oubre. George is out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Drummond in at the 4 spot.
Oh, my goodness, a little force from Donovan Mitchell off his feet in a hurry.
Maxey with it. George with the screen on Mitchell. George looking over the floor. Here's Embiid. Clock at 6. It's George on the wing. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by Allen.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Hunter, and it's Hunter with the jam.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
And Doris, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context.
A nice shot by Mobley.
Man, that is a big-time, tough finish. Evan Mobley doesn't back down.
The 3 from George. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Mitchell. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. Clock at 4. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Mitchell's got his second basket.
The dynamic Donovan Mitchell off the dribble drive. Impossible to keep in front of you.
And a deep 3 from George. They get it back. Here's Drummond. Kicks it out to Maxey. Here's the screen from past the arc. Rebounded by Allen.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Hunter for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Hunter's got 5.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
And you know, guys, with him being on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. 7-point differential. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now, here's Mitchell. He has 6. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He has 5.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And it's George missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Mobley kicks to Mitchell. From the arc. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And here's the fast break. Maxey leading the way. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And great hustle from Maxey in the open court, getting there on the fast break.
Here's Mitchell, and he drives in. A kick out to Mobley. Allen outside. down low. Hunter against Oubre. From deep three-point land. Hunter no good. The 76ers trail by 7. Outside, Maxey from downtown. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And Allen slams it in.
Oh, my goodness, Jared Allen. Catch a body on the way to the cup.
Nailed from three-point land.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Allen, a screen on Oubre. Back to Allen. Mobley dishes to Okoro. Mobley sets the pick for Okoro. Over Maxey. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Cleveland with their lead standing at... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Cavaliers?
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, we've got Maxey. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Paul George, and it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. We have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. Here's Mitchell after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Mitchell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Doris, one of the more relentless players in the NBA, Donovan Mitchell.
Kevin, what I love about him is he loves the lead role. He feels very comfortable carrying tremendous responsibility on the offensive end. Donovan, one of the more confident players you'll meet.
Now, here is George. He has 6. And George with the stuff.
Oh, yes, sir. PJ making it look easy.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Mitchell outside. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. To the inside. A kick out to Mobley. And a miss there on the triple. Philadelphia has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Stolen by Mitchell. Now Cleveland moving it up for 3. Hunter. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight. Embiid with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. Outside for George. To the middle. Maxey finds George. Embiid with the screen on Hunter. No coverage that time. Now just a 1-point Cavalier lead.
And this is the way to stretch the floor. PG-13 with a good look from the corner, and he nails it.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
About to pay back there, guys. You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
And that one's good, George.
There is no doubt in the mind there of Paul George. What an answer.
Here's Mitchell. Pass to Hunter. Allen, a screen on Oubre. Here's Hunter. Great D that time from Oubre.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Here's Drummond.
2 minutes.
Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
2 minutes.
Drummond's got the lead up to 1 now for Philadelphia. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Mitchell against George. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Pass to Allen. And Allen slams it in.
Jared Allen has length and athleticism, and that's an easy opportunity. Wow.
Outside, George. There's the drive. Here's Drummond. Back to George. Embiid in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by George. Embiid's got 7 points.
And Embiid being assertive offensively, wasting no time in getting that one.
Mitchell passes to Allen. 58 seconds left to play in the first half. The shot, no good. On the wing, George. Covered by Mitchell. And then George with the jam.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Now, here's Okoro. Hasn't made one yet. Mobley, a screen on George. Mitchell. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Boy, right from the opening tip, guys, Mitchell was focused and locked in, and he is doing damage offensively.
6-second difference between shot and game plan. Outside for George. Drummond sets the screen for George. Driving the lane. Pass to Drummond. Just 5 to shoot. Crafty move. He lays it in.
Andre Drummond.
Drummond's got the lead back up to 4 now for the 76ers.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Philadelphia. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Darius Garland is out there with Green. Then it's Max Strus. Then there's Wade. And it's Thompson in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. You know, Doris, assists aren't just a point guard stat any longer, are they? A lot of big men in the league can distribute very well.
Yeah, Kev, it's really striking to me how multi-dimensional every single position in the NBA has become. As you said, bigs can pass, point guards can attack the cup and score. The game is becoming more and more skilled.
Wade finds Garland. That 3 off the mark. The 76ers leading by 6. And there's the call on Javonte Green. That's his first foul. Edwards looking it over. Knocked away. Stolen by Garland.
That's just phenomenal defense. The defense feels like it's all over the place and knows exactly how to guard it.
Pass to Strus. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Garland kicks to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the 3.
Just sit down in the stance and refuse to be moved on the defensive end. Kyle Lowry forces the miss.
Doris, when the Cavaliers made the trade for Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland then began to do a lot of his work off the ball.
He had to, Kevin, and he made no secret of the fact that this was an adjustment. When you are accustomed to being the primary initiator, moving off the ball takes time. But to his credit, he's adapted beautifully.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
One shot. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Now Garland. Nothing on the board. To the paint. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
This guy is always looking to set up his teammates. Darius Garland has his head on a swivel.
Garland against Lowry. There's the pick. Inside. Yabusele passes to Lowry. It's good. Lowry's got the lead up to 9 now for Philadelphia.
Put the ball in Kyle Lowry's hand in a pick and roll, and he will pull all the right strings.
Garland feeling it out a little bit. Out to Thompson. Back to Garland. 4 on the clock. Fires the 3. That shot missing.
So much of rebounding is about effort, and no lack of that right there. He had to box out and establish great position.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Walker against Green. Outside Edwards. Pass to Yabusele. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Garland with the bucket.
Well, this is a combination of speed and quickness. Darius Garland knows how to drive the basketball.
Here's Walker. Pass to Bona. Here's Lowry, guarded by Garland. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. There's Walker with the 3. Back to Edwards. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Edwards got 5 points in the quarter.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Pass to Bona. Back to Lowry. The 3. They get it back. Down low. Walker taking his time here. Just 5 on the clock. Edwards against Garland. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Cavaliers trail by 12. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Good on the triple. Garland's got 5.
Well, nice rise and fire from range by Darius Garland. The three-point shot so highly valued.
Lowry finds Edwards. And he finishes nicely on the layup. He has 7.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And so it's Philadelphia holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident shooting. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical. critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So on the floor for Philadelphia, George is out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Embiid in at the 5. For 3, Mitchell. Rebound by the 76ers. Led by as many as 14 points. And George with this stuff.
Once Paul George has the first couple go down, now he knows he's cooking, and it's going to be a long night.
Three-pointer on the way. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Now, here's George.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. The drive by Mitchell. And he jams it right over Andre Drummond. Wow!
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
The fadeaway. Embiid, no good. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 10. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Philadelphia's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17.
Power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Here's Maxey. That one drops for him. And the 76ers lead by 10.
And Maxey plays with so much energy. That time he wheels that one in off the contact.
Okoro up top. He's covered by Maxey. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Allen.
Well, Andre Drummond bringing the necessary defensive disposition. That's all about length and height.
And here is Mitchell. Three-pointer. Rolls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Embiid, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Hunter down low. He's covered by Maxey. Hunter, no good. The 76ers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Maxey. Pass to Drummond. Drummond sets the screen for George. Embiid in the corner. Shot clock at 6.
2 minutes.
Over Hunter. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, Mitchell. Covered by Oubre. Back to Mitchell. Lets the 3 fly. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 9 rebounds in the game. Betting it down. Cans it from downtown. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
We saw this from Hunter in the tournament. When Virginia won the championship, he was a clutch performer.
George against Hunter. Embiid sets the pick for George. And he makes good on the way. George has got 22 points.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Mitchell against Drummond, and foul. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
At the line for your Cavaliers with 2 shots, Donovan Mitchell. The play is under video review under NBA rules. 2 minutes.
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Pass to George. Drummond with a screen on Mitchell. The 3 from George. And it's George again missing. And stolen by Drummond.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Donovan Mitchell, his third, second team foul.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ballgame.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
Timeout called Cleveland. They trail by 4. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Well, they'll need a very quick basket out of this timeout.
For 3, Hunter off target with that shot. So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have bucked.
Here alongside now New York starting 5. We've got Achua. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Josh Hart. And it's Bridges in at the 1. And for Cleveland, at the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Isaac Okoro is out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3. And Mitchell with the slam.
I'm just going to be real with you. With a full head of steam, the defense, they might not even bother when Mitchell's going that quickly.
And Richard, thinking about Donovan Mitchell, he just has a total impact on the game.
It's crazy to think that he's in the prime of his career, but every single year he continues to get better. I still think there are more levels for him to go.
Hey, take it right to the defense. Not a bad way to start this game.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, man, and that is why Mitchell has won a dunk contest before. He knows how to get a few style points.
Pass to Towns. Back to Bridges. Hunter with the rebound. And now the Cavaliers on the break. Okoro on the wing. Allen with it. Shot clock at 5. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Shots good by Hart.
Yeah, Bridges has a good eye for spotting those openings, and he can make timely passes.
Mobley outside. The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Anunoby. Pass to Towns. Left side Anunoby for 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. And you look at what they've accomplished this year on the road. 30 wins and counting.
Yeah, they're reaching those historical numbers reserved only for the greatest teams in NBA lore. The types of rosters filled with talent, experience, desire, all built to win championships. I think you can say the same thing about this team.
Good to see Bridges working the inside area. Makes the defense work much harder when he's doing that.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game. What's not to love about opening day, Grant? Every team with an equal chance to do something special.
Oh, B.A., that's the way these teams look at it. Regardless how your previous season went, you have a chance to do something special, something great. Time to start fresh and build on that optimism.
Mobley. Allen, left side. Pass to Mitchell. Oh, stolen by Anunoby.
Good anticipation defensively. See the pass coming and manages to snatch it. Run it.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Precious Achua. That's his first foul of the game. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter.
Great defense by Bridges. He has so much pride on that end.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021. And his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Ryan, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie. Anunoby on the take. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Bridges against Mitchell. Okoro on the wing. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Okoro's got 6.
Sharing the love. If you get yourself this open, Mitchell will set you up.
Bridges down low. Started by Okoro. And the basket by Bridges.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Mitchell against Anunoby. Right side Mitchell. Knocked away. Hunter passes to Mitchell. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on OG Anunoby.
Mitchell just continues to improve every season, and now he's one of the game's elite players.
New York trailing. It's stolen by Hunter. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Hunter. Outside Mitchell. Okoro up top. 5 on the clock. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
The game of Mitchell is more about putting up points, but one thing can dish too.
Bridges down low. Guarded by Okoro. Hart from long range. Drains the triple. 5 points in the game.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. Cleveland on top, up 1. And we'll be back short. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Cleveland.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
So on the floor for the Knicks, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Mikal Bridges is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Precious Achiuwa, and it's Anunoby in at the 3. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
The kick to Hunter. Pass to Mobley. Here's Mitchell. Outside Hunter. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. To the middle. Here's Achiuwa. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second. And the league is cut down on back-to-backs, but some pushback for a surprising reason. Richard, teams need multiple days off in order to practice.
Yeah, that's right. With only 1 day off between games, teams don't usually practice on those off days. It's not as simple as it looks.
Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. Back to Mitchell. The turnaround jumper. Towns with a rebound.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Here's Bridges with the drive. Mobley with the block.
Sensational swat from Mobley. I love how hard he goes in the defensive end.
Oh, my! That's why we had those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Look at the 7-footer showing off his mobility. Allen puts it on the deck and goes right to the rim.
They set the screen. Bridges passes to Anunoby. Back to Bridges. Outside Anunoby. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Mitchell on the attack. Mobley passes to Hunter. Now Okoro. He's guarded by Bridges. The shot's good. Okoro's got 10.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
They set the pick.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Bridges finds Hart. Back to Bridges. It's Hart on the wing to the paint. That's good from Bridges on the assist from Hart. 11 points in the game.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Allen outside. And stolen by Bridges. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Knicks.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And another thing, they've been on the attack tonight, going right at defenders with the ball in their hands early.
Now here's Okoro, guarded closely. Mobley on a screen. Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got his 5th assist in this one.
When you're looking at top pick-and-roll partners, Mobley is squarely in that discussion.
Outside Anunoby. Pass to Bridges. Back to Anunoby. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
Yeah, they destroyed this team on the glass in the last meeting.
The defense has been locked in on Mitchell, but he's done a good job making the right play.
Up top, Bridges. Guarded by Okoro. Bridges down low. Mobley grabs the board.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Hunter, a screen on Anunoby. Mitchell misses.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And the basket by Bridges. Bridges has got 13. Just 4 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Mobley. And that's not going to go. And so it's the New York Knicks closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
The Thunder will be playing at Paycom Center as they go up against the Pacers. That one gets started at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Knicks.
The offense is clicking right now.
That's it for us.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Boy, you look at Mikal Bridges. What a contribution.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Max Strus is out there with Dean Wade. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then it's Darius Garland. And it's Green in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Garland, the pass to Strus. Offline with a 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
There's the double with Thompson. Wright finds Robinson. It's stolen by Garland. Oh, they get a hand on it. Outside Tucker. Inside. Here's Robinson. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Cavaliers trail by 9. Thompson passes to Wade. And there's a 3-second violation. And now let's glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year. Second, New York.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Green against Brunson. Inside goes Brunson. Banked it in off the glass. Brunson's got 4 points this quarter.
And I love the trust between Brunson and his guys. I mean, working so hard to set each other up.
Thompson's shot is off. And Brunson's got the ball here for the New York Knicks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Check out Brunson going to work inside.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here's Garland. Outside for Green. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Here's Brunson. Green with the defensive effort. Cavaliers trail by 11. Outside Strus. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Strus has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Nifty move. Brunson inside with the finish.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Garland against Wright. Garland, the pass to Strus. Back to Garland. Pass to Wade. Just 5 to shoot. And no good. His first shot of the night. Missing. New York leading by 10. Here's Shamet. Oh, and that one, no question. Powered it down. And Cleveland has possession. Here's Strus into the lane. And the layup is good off the glass. Strus has got 5. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Brunson taking his time here. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Thompson outside. And it's off from three-point range. New York has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Outside Brunson. Pass to Wright. Tipped away. Back to Brunson. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up on the baseline. Again, the Knicks. Good for 2 more.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Wright against Garland. Strus with a screen on Wright. The drive by Garland. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Garland's got his first points of the night.
Just slicing his way to the rack. This man is so crafty. I love it when Garland takes charge like this.
Brunson against Green. Here's Brunson. 12 points for him. It's Robinson, high post. And stolen by Green. Here's Wade. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Now Brunson. 1 second left. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's the New York Knicks ending the quarter up 10. Great shot selection right now. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Achua is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Bridges in at the point. Thompson finds Strus. Outside Garland. 6 to shoot. Thompson outside. Off target from outside. New York leading by 8. Here's Towns. That one drops for him.
Nice positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so smooth down there inside.
Garland up top. He's guarded by Bridges. Here's Wade. Back to Garland. It's stolen by Hart. And he's all alone. Here's Anunoby. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Those are the kind of plays that win you games. Really savvy D, and give him credit for looking to go straight up the court with it.
On the wing, Green. He's covered by Hart. And that one's good. Green.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. Bridges passes to Hart. Lays it up and banks it in.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. Oh, Spider Mitchell, wow.
A guard with major hops. Now, you know Mitchell loves getting chances to finish off those alley-oops.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Hunter with the rebound. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 10. It's stolen by Hart. Outside Anunoby. From downtown. Mobley grabs the board. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Here's Allen. Achua with some nice D. Knicks leading by 10. Anunoby for 3. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Mobley's got 4 rebounds now. Anunoby against Mitchell. The slam by Donovan Mitchell.
Now the defense has no answer for Mitchell's leaping ability. This man goes up and he will put it down on you quick.
Bridges passes to Anunoby. Pure from three-point range. And the Knicks lead by 11.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to...
Look out! Spider Mitchell putting on a show!
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You could tell with that smile on his face, Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
And the foul on DeAndre Hunter. That's foul number 2 for him. New York has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. For 3, Bridges doesn't go for him. Cleveland now, time running out, and that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Anunoby against Mobley. To the middle. Back to Anunoby. Pass to Towns. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. And now the Cavaliers on the break. Hunter against Achua. Down low. Here's Okoro. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
Over to the wing. Towns for 3. Mitchell grabs a miss. The Cavaliers trail by 7.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
From deep, Mobley. And it's good. And now they trail by just 4.
Showing poise in the clutch. Mobley has that quiet confidence.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Anunoby for 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Allen with a screen on Anunoby. Achua with a steal. Outside Hart, and so it's the Knicks who come out on top here. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard